Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. So today we are almost at the autumnal equinox. So I am going to be doing balance readings, and I'm going to be using the Younger Futhark, which, if you remember my previous Younger Futhark video, is all of them have a different meaning from the Elder Futhark versions of themselves. So it's a very, sometimes it's even a little bit more brutal than the Elder Futhark, but it's neat. Anyway, so that's what we're doing today. We're doing balance readings. Each of these is 2 cards. Each of these piles is 2 cards. These are each things that you are balancing. So each card is something that you are needing to balance with the other card in your lives. So what we're going to do is you're going to feel into the cards and find which pile represents the 2 things that you are needing to balance in your life, or 2 of the things that you are needing to balance in your life. I'm going to put the timestamps in the description, and I will see you there. Bye! Hello, pile number 1 people. So here we are. We are going to be we're going to see what these things are that you need to bring into balance in your life for the equinox. Well, or for all of any time where you're here, but it's the equinox almost, so we're going to do that. So I'm going to turn these over. If any of them are reversed, I'm going to return them because we're not working with reversals today. So let's see what 2 things you need to balance in your life. Okay, so fun. And so you're balancing fun with worries about what there is that may happen and what is going on around you. Where you feel like it's like you're celebrating, but and that's fine, enjoy that, but also there's like, but what is there that is going on that I don't know about that's going to destroy my fun sometimes. So that's your 2 things that you're having a problem with balancing. It's like, how can I have fun if this is going on, and how can I spend time thinking about and worrying about what is possibly going to happen that is dangerous, or what's around me that's dangerous, if I'm going to have a party that'll ruin my upsettedness. Anyway, so we're going to throw down 5 Younger Futhark runes and see how we can bring all this into balance. So what's the central issue for this balancing? Let's see. Ooh, okay. Interesting. What's going to help? What's going to help with this? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, central issue here, we have Ride. Ride is the riding rune, and it's a journey rune. But in the Younger Futhark, it has to do with... it has to do with, like, you're having a pleasant journey, but the horse is doing all the work. And the horse, in the Elder Futhark at least, has to do with spirit. Also movement, but spirit. And so with Ride, it's sort of like you're letting spirit do the work, and in this case it's reversed, so it's internal. So internally, the main thing that's going to help is let your spirit carry you inwardly on an inner journey. You're going to have to deal with this like inwardly. This is going to be something that is going to be, you're going to be able to reconcile this, but you're going to have to start taking an inner journey. Leading up to this, we have Isa. Isa? Oh my gosh. I think it's Is in the, let's call it Isa in the Younger Futhark, which is the ice rune, but the ice rune is different from the ice rune in the Elder Futhark in that it has to do with, it's the rind of the water, and it's brave people. It takes somebody brave to deal with it, but also it's a bridge. So you're looking to bridge this. You're looking to bridge this gap because you're partying hard, but you're also worrying hard, and so you want to bridge this gap. So the way you're going to do that is with an inner journey, and you're going to let spirit carry you. So if you do any if you're doing any shamanic style journeying, so you're going to let your spirit guides, spirit animal, all that sort of thing lead you. Otherwise, just turn inward, let your spirit carry you through that inner landscape, and let that lead you. Now, what is going to help here and this is why I giggled, but we'll get to that. We have Bjark, or Bjarkan, which is the birch tree. It's like the new greens, and it has to do with beginnings like it does in the Elder Futhark, except it also has to do with like new things, green things, and it's reversed, so it has to do with inner. So you're going to be looking while you're doing your inner journeying for new things that are coming up. But also one of the reads on Bjark or Bjarkan is lies, which is very funny. It's sort of like you're going to be looking for where you're lying to yourself, which is identify those things, identify where you're lying to yourself, and maybe undo that. See if you can undo those lies. Or maybe there are times when you're going to need to lie to yourself, like to start a new sort of imagined world around you, like that you're going to grow, that's going to help you balance these things. So that's actually just really funny. So what isn't going to help is, unfortunately, we have Kaun, and Kaun is pain, suffering. It's an ulcer. It's like a sore, but and it's upright, so it's kind of like the general pain of what's around you, or you're worried about something that's going to make you physically suffer. You're worried about this, and this is sort of here. It's sort of like, I mean, I'm doing this reading. It's when I'm doing this reading is 2021 in September, and we feel like this. We're going around. Even if we're fully vaccinated, we're going around, and it feels like the world is full of dangers that we can't see, and so we're afraid of this. We're afraid of getting cut by one of these, and so that's, as soon as we find ourselves in there, we're right back here, and we don't know how to get back here. So what's going to help is the pleasant little lies you tell yourself, but also start looking for the new green things inside when you're doing your inner journey, and letting your spirit carry you, and your spirit will lead you to the new green things. And it also has to do with, I'm wondering if I should actually I think I'm going to do that actually. I'm going to throw down a couple more on this just to clarify. I've never done the extras on the Younger Futhark because there aren't very many of them. There's only 16. So, but anyway, yes, I'm going to say, it's your duty and responsibility to take care of this garden, basically. We have Tyr's rune, Tyr's having to do with, it's Tyr, the warrior god, but it has to do with, it's like John Peters, the farmer. So sorry. Sorry, Night Vale reference. Has nothing to do with this. Erase. Well, no, I'll keep that in there because it's funny, and I'll leave it for the Night Vale fans. But anyway, while you're tending this inner garden and looking for the green things that are beginning and inwardly, also just, this is your duty. See it as that, but also, so it's your inner duty to do this. Also, Tyr in the Younger Futhark has to do with sacrifice more than it does in the Elder Futhark. So it's going to be, there's going to be some of the things you're going to have to sacrifice to help balance this. And also mostly you're going to be turning your duties and responsibilities inward and really tending this garden that you've gone inward to explore. You're going to feel like this worry about the potential pain that you might have and that you might suffer is made worse by the fact that you're worried that if you do this, then it's going to be the end of everything. We have, well, actually, no, wait a minute. Fae means something different in the Younger Futhark, so let's explore this. So maybe you're worried that the pain will also lose you money. So first of all, the pain that you're worried about, you're also worried that if you have to suffer, it's going to cost you. At the same time, you would feel less worthy. You would feel less worthy if one of these things cut you. So I'm just going to leave it at that. The gold rune has a different meaning in the Younger Futhark, but I'm just going to interpret it as that for now. It does mean riches, so we'll leave all the negative connotations out of it because it is actually in the most negative spot here already. So I'm just going to leave it at that. If that starts to be the case, if that starts to drag you down, bring yourself back up to, no, you were doing this inner journey, you're checking things out, and just to see this as your duty. It's like, this is worrying you to the point where you can't enjoy this. To bridge that, tend it. You know, it's only going to be bothering you as long as you're not paying attention to it. So just address it. You don't even have to fix it, but acknowledge it and embrace it as a thing that is part of, include it to make it a little bit more rich and contained. And what this will lead to is the ability, so this is Naldor in the Younger Futhark, which has to do with need, but it's a little more extreme in the Younger Futhark because it's the kind of need that you have to drop everything and tend. So it's the kind of thing where you're not going to be ignoring this anymore, and you're also not going to be ignoring this when you're here. So what you need to do is, if you start to feel yourself slipping too far one way or the other, this is something you have to immediately identify as a need you have to drop everything and like address. So that is how we're going to balance these two conflicting things that are happening inside you or around you. So that, card pile number one people, is your Equinox balance reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, pile number two people. So what we're going to be doing is, these are two cards. They are representing two things that you need to balance, because this is the equinox and it's all about balance, in your life. So we're going to see what these two cards are. If they're upside down, I'm going to turn them right side up because we're not using reversals in this particular exercise. Okay. Interesting. So it looks like you are trying to balance, sort of going on a vision quest kind of thing. You're sort of experiencing and going through the bardo, you're going through things in a mythic way and just sort of experiencing the things from the safety of your vessel, as emanations of the radiance and all that. So you're sort of just trying to move through you're safe in the boat. You're a way that you're on top of the water and you're safe in the boat, and you're going to experience the things, and you're sort of letting spirit guide you through what you're experiencing. At the same time, you're trying to balance that with the fact that you're a very emotional person, and all the times you're telling yourself, well, this is just an emanation of the radiance. It's a vision quest. It's a like a mystic journey, and I'm just going to be unmoved and I'm safe on top of the water. You are also all about the water, and you have the water inside you, and you are very emotional and very passionate, and you're sort of just like, but things get to me and I feel them, and I am the king of feeling them, whether you're male or female or however you identify. It's like, I feel this. This is, I can't be unmoved as I move through this. It affects me. So how do we balance those two things? Let's go to the Younger Futhark and let's put down some runes and see what they suggest that you do. Ooh, I was waiting for that one. What they suggest that you do to help you balance this. Okay, so our central issue here is thirst, and thirst it's still a challenge rune, but it's also in the Younger Futhark, it's more about torment and something that you just want to ward off. You know, this is something that is, you feel like you need to ward this off. So you're seeking for a way to stay protected from the surges of what might upset you, pretty much. What led up to this is we have Ear, and Ear is a very interesting rune in the Younger Futhark. It's a bow. It's like a U bow. It has to do with continuity. It has to do with leaving a mark and sort of progressing forward. So you want to have made this life worthwhile, but you're sort of looking for, like, how can I leave this leave a mark on our way? How can I progress forward? How can I have continuity? And this will lead you to this particular challenge, which is full of torment and difficulty. So how do we deal with this? Well, first of all, we have Madra, and Madra is what's going to help you. Madra is the rune of humanity, basically, rune of the human. And what it means in the Younger Futhark is humanity has potential. You can be the decoration on an exploring ship, or you can just do nothing and end up as dust. So it's your choice, and the runes are saying you can choose to be ambitious and do something, and like get out there and don't just passively let things happen to you. You can get out there and do something in the world. Now, what doesn't help is we have Fae, and Fae is the rune of gold, and it's gold that causes strife, but it is reversed. So it's like something inwardly that you're worried about that will drag you down. So a couple of things. One, you're worried that you're not worthy. Two, you're worried that the worth that you're going into this with won't be worth anything. So it's like, you feel over emotional, but you're trying to avoid the emotion. Well, you need to balance that. Going back to what will help, tap into, connect yourself with the light, basically. Sol, which is the sun rune in the Younger Futhark, has to do with vanquishing the darkness, has to do with illumination. So find what does that for you. It will help guide you towards being the best you can be. And this will help you overcome this challenge and torment where you're like, something has to be done. I have to ward this off. This is difficult. What doesn't help, of course, is you're worried whether you're worthy, and also you're worried about what you can bring through. So it really is, sorry, this is the harvest rune, it's profit. So this is all about profit. We've got gold and we've got profit. So you're worried about those things. Really, it's just about getting through. So you're going to bring to this what nobody else can bring to it. Let the sun illuminate this. Let whatever your version of the sun is illuminate this, and let you see what you can do and how you can basically be the best you that you can be. And what this all leads to is flow, basically. We have Logr, and Logr is the rune of the water, and it's like the water that flows down from the mountain that is full of riches. So you don't have to worry about this because you're going to get the riches. The riches are not going to be found wherever. They're going to be found from what you're going to bring into your life based on what gets illuminated when you look to the sun, basically, whatever your version of the sun is. So look to the sun, let it inform and illuminate what you can be. Work towards being that, and just let things flow. Let the riches flow. And so this is what's going to help bridge this. You can be on this vision quest, this mystical quest through your life, where you feel relatively safe, but that doesn't mean that you can't feel anything. You're gonna feel, and that's important, because letting things flow emotionally, which is what Laguz is in the Elder Futhark, which this is sort of related to, that's so important. So let this flow. You can still do this and be safe, but let yourself feel, and that's what's going to bridge this. And that, card pile number 2, is your reading. So I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye! Hello, card pile number 3. Okay, so what we're going to do, because it's almost the equinox, is we're doing balance readings. And what this is we have 2 cards here from the Rider-Waite Tarot, and each of them is going to be something that you are trying to balance. These are the 2 conflicting things in your life that you are trying to balance. So I'm going to turn these. If they're upside down, I'm going to turn them right side up because we're not doing reversals today. So let's see what we have. Oh, neat. Okay. That's really cool. Like, that's really cool. You are trying to balance I'm going to read this a couple ways. You're trying to balance abundance and stability and richness and like fertility and nurturing and just life with major change and death, which is amazing. That's like, you can balance that and you're going to be cooking. So this is what you have going on that you're trying to balance. Like, how can I be, can we just think, this is equinox, and let's just think about Persephone, because Persephone is this and this. So this is going to be like a little Persephone reading, which is awesome. So let's see what the Younger Futhark runes are going to tell you about this. This is beautiful already. Look how beautiful this is. Even just now, look how beautiful this is. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to throw down 5 runes. I love this so much. This is really, really, really lovely. Which one is that? Okay. There are 2 runes in the Younger Futhark that have the same symbol on them, but one is like this and one is like this naturally. So on the one that's like this naturally, I have 2 dots, which represents a way that they used to write that one. Thankfully, it's not, so I know it's this one. I don't remember how I put that down. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because I'm actually going to throw down some more, and I'll read this both ways anyway. I'm going to throw down some more, because I ended up having to throw down the other 2 on the other 2 readings, so I may as well start with that, and then I'll just go on with it. Okay. So, your central issue here for bridging these 2 sides of yourself that you need to balance is basically Hagal. Hagal is the rune of the hail, and it is in the Younger Futhark. The hail is not only your snake killer, and it's your icy pellets, tiny pellets that are freezing and all that, and just like this uncontrolled chaotic storm. It's also something that was put in place way back at the beginning of time by the gods, so it's not argue-withable. So you're just basically dealing with nature. This is nature, and you're trying to balance these 2 seeming diverse aspects of nature within your own nature. But both of these are like inhale, exhale. They're basically, you have to have these already. You have these already. Both of these exist inarguably, and they balance each other already. So it's a matter of coming to terms with this, which is how you're going to bridge this. So leading up to this, we have, oh my gosh, As. As is it's a version of Ansu's in the Elder Futhark, and it's also a bit of Othala, in that it's the god, it's Odin, basically, and it has to do with communication, sort of, but not like Ansu's does. What it has to do with is security and home. Like it references a sheath to a sword and an estuary, so it's somewhere where it's the home of the god, but it's also the protection of the god. So you're sort of held in this sort of safe place on this side of things, but you feel like there's this as well, and you can't argue with it, because here it is, the hailstorm. So you're going to be moving out of your comfort zone in this, but it's all still put in place by the god. It's put in place by Odin. So you've got Odin, the secure home, and then Odin put the storm in place. And these are both, we've got the Odin Loki thing. So it's Odin and chaos, which are basically 2 sides of the same thingy. So what will help you is, first of all, we have Logr, and Logr is it's the water, and it's the water that flows down from the mountain, and it is reversed. So this is inwardly. So you have to let your inner flow happen. And the thing about the water in the Younger Futhark is richness. It's filled with fish. It's filled with riches. It's filled with gold that gets brought down from the mountain. And inwardly, if you let this flow, this is where your riches are going to come from. Now, what's helping that is you need to be doing this. So we have Nodra. Nodra is the rune of need, but in the Younger Futhark it's more intense than Nauthiz is in the Elder Futhark, because this need is like stop everything and deal with this. So you need to stop everything and deal with your inner emotional flow, because that is what's going to help you just address it. Like basically don't try to change it. Sit with it and watch it flow and see the riches that are coming to you from it, because that's what's going to help you get over this. This may feel unpleasant, but it's absolutely necessary, and it's already a part of you because you're balancing it. So just sit with it. You need to sit with it and accept it and embrace it as yours. So that's what's going to help. What isn't going to help is this is Madra, and Madra is the rune of humanity. In the Younger Futhark, it has to do with potential. It has to do with, what are you going to make of your life? You could either be a decoration on a ship or like decorating the prow of a ship that's exploring and being great. You could be great or you could be dust. And you're worried about this. You're just like, what, if this is here, how can I aspire to anything? Because I'm just going to be dust. And what this can do is it can make you, it can kill you. It can kill your essence. This is ice. This is Isa, ice. There is an element of bridge. There is an element of solidity, but it's like this can freeze you. This can freeze your essence. So try not to let that drag you down. Like this can freeze you. It's like, how can I enjoy this when there's this? And how can I focus and give sufficient seriousness to this and still let things continue? Because things are going to continue. How can things continue since there's this? Well, it is the balance. It's inhale, exhale. It's yin yang. It's all that good stuff. Bring yourself back up here. Look at your inner flow, all the richness in it. Make it a priority. And this will help you get over and accept the fact that this is uncontrollable and this is inarguable and this is put in place at the beginning of time by the gods. So what this will lead you to is Now, Urus would be perfectly fitting as strength and health from the Elder Futhark, but this is not the Elder Futhark. This is the Younger Futhark, and means something very different in the Younger Futhark. It means drizzle, which can wear you down, but it also means slag, which is the extra stuff when you're smelting that goes away that'll make your metal better. So what this is going to lead you to is to be much more. You're going to be tempered. You're going to be, all of the bad stuff is going to have been worn away. You're going to be a stronger metal at the end of this process when you bridge these, stronger for being able to have balanced both of these. So wow, card pile number 3, that was pretty cool. So good luck and have a lovely day, evening, or whatever you have, lovely day or evening, and take care till next time. Happy Equinox, which is coming up on Wednesday, I think. Wednesday's the equinox. So have a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.